Little update on our auxiliary or line-in project. It's our preamp, wired up about a week ago when we got it. Get some more parts today, so went to work. You know, things aren't going to get done if you don't do it. So we have a little box here. We're going to put the circuit board in. I have a speaker wire cable. It's way too long. We're going to have to trim that down. It goes to a 3.5mm jack. Look at my soldering. It's horrible, but it's on there. I figured out that the way a 3.5mm jack works, the top tip is red. I believe that is the left, I think, don't quote me. And black is right. That is the middle of the connector, and ground is all the way at the back, so it'll be furthest this way. It'll be ground. So that's our ground, and it was shielded. I put a little piece of heat shrink over it. But yeah, it's strange. And the ground wire is just on the outside of it. So get to that. Put everything on the circuit board that needs to be on the circuit board. Some of these pins have to be grouped, like this jumper wire over here. I also have to jump 8 and 3. 3 and 8 have to be jumped. And these wires are the power wires that come from the connector. This is going to plug into the stock radio. So what I don't have is a double pole switch. So I was trying to figure out how am I going to group these 3 wires together, and a double pole switch is your answer, because it's going to have 2 contacts that shut. Control 2 different wires at once. So that's the technical term. You know, electrical stuff kind of boggles your head. Sometimes you really have to think it out. But in the end, it all goes together with some planning, and it'll work first try. They're all good little projects to do, the wiring stuff up. I recommend everyone try it. But that's what we're up against, so maybe in another week we'll have this thing going. I don't know if I mentioned this either, but inside, this is a preamp you built. Inside the radio there's also a preamp. So if you took apart the radio, in theory you can just find the preamp wires, wire in a jack, and you're done. Because the input is going to be greater than what the radio signal is, so it just cancels it out. You could do that. So in theory I could use this long cable and just find those preamp wires in the radio and be done with it, instead of building a little thing. But I think this is kind of cooler, and someone did it on the internet before, so I'll copy their idea. Why try to figure stuff out yourself when you can copy someone, right? Yeah, right. That gets you nowhere. Alright, until next time. That is what we're up against.